Okay, so you're in a parking lot, right? And you look around and just think, man, is my car shrinking? Or maybe you've noticed that pretty much every new car on the road just seems massive. Well, you're not imagining it. And the reason why has a lot less to do with what we think we want and a whole lot more to do with a hidden story of rules, regulations, and chickens.
I mean, just look at the difference here. It's night and day. On one side, you've got your basic family sedan from the 90s. It's lower to the ground, it's lighter, pretty compact. And on the other side, a standard family SUV from today. It's taller, way heavier, and takes up a ton more space. The shift is just undeniable.
So, what gives? Did we all just collectively decide one morning that we wanted to drive giant cars to get groceries? Or is there something else going on behind the scenes? Something quietly pushing us towards these bigger vehicles? That's the mystery we're going to unravel today.
And the answer? It doesn't start in some flashy design studio. Nope, it starts in the dry, boring pages of government regulations. See, it turns out there isn't just one set of rules for all the vehicles out there. There are two. And that little difference, well, that changes everything.
First thing you need to know about are these things called CAFE standards. That's C-A-F-E, and it stands for Corporate Average Fuel Economy. The idea behind it is actually pretty simple. It's supposed to push car companies to make more fuel-efficient cars by setting an average miles per gallon goal they have to hit across all the cars they sell in a year.
But here's the catch, and this is the key to the whole puzzle. The government doesn't treat every vehicle the same. As you can see right here, what they call passenger cars have to meet a pretty tough fuel economy standard. But then there's this other category, light trucks. And guess what? They get to play by a much looser, less demanding set of rules. This is where the loophole begins.
Now, to understand why this light truck category became so ridiculously important, we actually have to jump in a time machine and go all the way back to the 1960s, to a very strange trade war that had absolutely nothing to do with cars and everything to do with chickens.
And the magic number from this whole thing is 25%. Back in 1964, the U.S. government slapped a massive 25% tax on all imported light trucks. Now, a tariff that high isn't just a tax, it's a wall. It's designed to make the imported stuff so expensive that nobody buys it.
And this tax famously became known as the chicken tax. Seriously, it was payback for European taxes on American poultry. But the thing that really mattered, its lasting legacy, was that it basically created a fortress around the American light truck market. It blocked out foreign competition and handed domestic car makers a massive, protected playground.
So now we've got these two totally separate rules, right? We've got one about fuel economy and another about a really old tax on imported trucks. On their own, they're just policies. But when you put them together, that's when you get a powerful recipe that would completely change what our roads look like forever.
And this right here is the playbook. It's brilliant, really. Step 1, that chicken tax makes it way more profitable to build light trucks right here in the US. Step 2, so what do automakers do? They start designing vehicles like SUVs and crossovers so they legally qualify as light trucks. Step 3, now these brand new family trucks get to use the easier, less strict fuel economy rules, which makes them cheaper and easier to build. And the result? Step 4, our market gets flooded with bigger, more profitable American-made SUVs.
Now, this strategy was a huge win for the automakers, but it had a really big, really predictable consequence for the kinds of cars available to us. It directly led to the decline, and in some cases, the death of the traditional family sedan.
And the numbers on this are just staggering. For decades, sedans were king. They were the default family car in America. But as car companies leaned harder and harder into this light truck loophole, sales of SUVs and trucks just exploded. You can see the exact point on the chart where they crossed over, and they have never looked back. The small car is now the exception, not the rule.
So when you boil it all down, the big takeaway is simple, but it's really powerful. The size of the car sitting in your driveway, it's not just a reflection of your personal taste. It is the direct result of a chain reaction that was started decades ago by a fight over chickens and a loophole in some government paperwork. These invisible rules have literally shaped the world we see every single day. And it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? If a couple of old, obscure regulations could completely change something as big and obvious as the cars we all drive, what other invisible rules are out there, right now, quietly shaping the world around you?